and I were born to freakishly rich parents who adored and spoiled us at our lakeside mansion. Even though Juliet and I were twins, people always seemed to compliment me more for my pretty blonde curls and blue eyes. Look at this beautiful child. She's God's gift to humans. Of course, both of our daughters are adorable. Oh, that one's yours too? I never would have guessed. See what I mean? This didn't change even after we grew up. Over time, Juliet started noticing it too and became extremely competitive, especially when it came to dancing. Look at Prisma's moves. She's so adorable. She'll make us proud one day. What? She's dancing like a frog who's holding in a fart. How can you guys be so blind? I admit, Juliet was better than me, but I wasn't so bad. And everyone, including my parents, seemed to agree. But every time they praised me, Julia's butt would light on fire. Not that I cared, I loved the attention. Over the next few years, Juliet and I grew further apart, and by the time we were 16, we were pretty much strangers living under the same roof. She got into dancing, and I fell in love with writing. Things were fine, till one day, Dad lost all his money in stocks, and we had to sell our estate and move to a tiny apartment. Worst of all, I had to share a room with Juliet. Seriously, Mom, I need my privacy. You know that. It's just for one night. We'll buy you a mattress in the morning, and Juliet can sleep in the lounge. No way. I need my own room, too. If she gets one, so do I. Please, don't be so melodramatic. Before Juliet could argue more, Mom left. Juliet tossed and turned angrily, but finally fell asleep. And I did too. But a few hours later, I woke up to her screaming. Ew! I can't believe you still do that! I felt horrible as I realized the bed was all wet. I had a condition where stress could sometimes make me lose control over my bladder while sleeping. That was my secret. And now Juliet knew. Shut up, Juliet. It's not a big deal. Who would have thought Miss Perfect needed diapers? It's a huge deal, and now you'll do what I say if you don't want anyone at our new school to find out. You're an awful person. You don't say. I worked so hard to be this awful, so thank you. For the first time in years, I get to dominate you. I gave up the room and Juliet promised to tell no one, but it was so hard to trust her. On our first day of our new school, Juliet and I could feel all eyes on us as we entered, and I heard a few kids whispering about our branded clothes and bags. That's all we had from our life before. Look at them. They all look ew. This place is yuck. Don't say that. It's the best Mom and Dad could do. You don't have to kiss their butt now. They're not around to hear you and pat your back. Anyway, I'm off. Good luck getting through a year in this dump. Ugh, such a brat. Thank God we were in different homerooms. But it was kinda true. The school wasn't half as fancy as my private one back in Malibu. Kids were louder and meaner, and even the teachers didn't seem to care. That day as I walked back home, I missed my old life and prayed something could magically put everything back in place. I guess God was in a happy mood, 'cause the next day, Juliet gave us the best news we'd heard all week. I auditioned for the role of dancer in Superstar Karen's next movie. OMG, this Karen doesn't age. I should get her doctor's number. I know, I'm like super pretty, but I can be prettier. So why not? Anyway, I got a call back for the second round. How amazing is that? That's so cool. You totally deserve it. Stop pretending. I know you're probably just burning inside. Get ready to beg for my autograph. Jeez, relax. Don't be so overconfident, okay? Ugh, no one is as good as me there. This rolls in my pocket. Anyway, I have to practice, so I'll see you guys around. I was genuinely happy for her, but I just wished something could turn up for me too, especially after I saw how Mom fussed over Juliet. It made me even more jealous than I'd like to admit. Juliet's audition was in a week, and Mom decided it would be a good idea to tag along and cheer her on, despite her protests. The set was huge, and I felt like I'd entered a TV or something. Just then, Karen walked in looking like a vision, and everyone fell silent. She looked even better than her movies. This woman was a goddess. Okay, let's get this movie started. Wait a minute, who are you? I was so lost in admiring her that I didn't realize I was standing in the middle of the scene. Oh, I'm so sorry. It was just… No, go back. Could you dance for me? Oh, I'm not really here for that. Just give it a try, please. She signaled for the music to start, and I did what she said. To my surprise, I enjoyed the attention on me, and the camera didn't make me feel nervous. After I was done, Karen took me to her office. Okay, so I'm gonna offer you a deal. $1 million and you sign the movie now. But I've been so out of touch with dance, and my sister's way better. You should give her a chance. I don't know who your sister is, but no one here is as pretty as you. And I could always train you. Think about it. It's either you or some other girl, but not your sister. Karen handed me her card and left. And when I turned around, I saw Juliet fuming at me. And when we reached home, she went bonkers on me. How dare you? This was my chance to shine and you snatched it away. I hate you. Listen, I know how this looks, but I didn't think this would happen. And she told me she wasn't offering the role to you anyway. So it's a good thing I got it. We could use the money. You'll make up anything to justify how selfish you are. If I don't get this role, you can't have it either. And if you take it, I'll make sure you regret it. Don't threaten me like that. If you were good enough, she wouldn't have chosen me, okay? Think about that. I knew how Juliet felt, but it was a 1 in a million opportunity. The money would benefit all of us. And it wasn't like she was getting the role, so why couldn't I have it? The next morning, I went to Karen and signed the deal. When Juliet found out, she lost her mind and screamed for hours. But I knew I'd done the right thing for my family, so I ignored her. A week later, we started shooting, and working with Karen was a dream.